Everyone expected that Bitcoin would be in an October here in October, but ever since slightly, we saw the Bitcoin price dropping massively towards the downside. We saw the exact same thing happening earlier this year. Everyone thought we would pump in the first months of this year, but what we saw is Bitcoin dumping towards the downside. But right now, everyone is expecting for a bear market early 2026, and that's exactly what the market makers want you to think. And I expect a very big bump towards the upside for Bitcoin. We are perfectly retesting the Ichimoku cloud here perfectly as we have seen in the past, and this is a really good sign for Bitcoin that we are getting supported by this zone here. Also, we are creating a CME gap right now, and this is a really important thing for tomorrow's market opening here. We have set our orders for Monday, and we will see what is gonna happen here. Liquidity is stacking, but what is the next move for Bitcoin? We will dive into that and way more in today's video. But first of all, please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something in crypto ever again. You can join my free Telegram link here in the bio of my X page and also in the description of this YouTube video. And of course, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel. You would help me very much with that. And of course, like this daily update video. And also here you can join our free community. But let's dive right away into the chart for now, because this is a really interesting chart. What we can see here is that everyone expected October to be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. When everybody was expecting a pump towards the upside, that is the exact opposite moves what the market makers want you to believe here. And that is why Bitcoin dumped towards the downside and everyone was getting taken out of their trades. Everyone sold their Bitcoin. We have seen this hope of euphoria before, and that was earlier this year. Everyone was talking about a massive run towards the upside earlier this year, but we have seen this happening not really often. If people think we will pump towards the upside, we are dumping, and we have seen that earlier this year exactly as we have seen it right over here. But right now, because have been dumping towards the downside here, everyone is expecting a bad Q1 for Bitcoin, a dump in early 2026, and that is the exact opposite what we have been seeing right over earlier this year when we dumped. So this could be a sign that what everyone is bearish on Bitcoin early 2026, and that the market makers wants to push the price of Bitcoin higher. Also, if we look at this bottom structure, I see some quite similar things here, and I really think that it is possible to maybe create some kind of a bottom like this and then start a rally after. If we see the same rally happening right over here, right now, what we have seen in April 2025 here, this could lead for a Bitcoin price of approximately $118,000. If we see so, we will have a massive move towards the upside from now of approximately 20%. So the moral of the story is when everyone thinks Bitcoin is going to dump, it pumps and the exact opposite way. And right now, people are thinking of a bad 2026 start, and that's exactly why I think that Bitcoin can pump early 2026 here. Then, if we look at the Ichimoku cloud, a very famous and important indicator, we can see that Bitcoin is perfectly retesting the blue line of the Ichimoku cloud. And this is a really interesting retest, because if we look at those clouds, these act as really good support this bull run. But if we look at the past, we are also seeing a breakthrough is the start of the bear market. That is why this chart is so important. We are seeing a support hold it right now, which is a really good sign. But this is a make it or break it zone for Bitcoin. If we dump lower, we will see a bear market. But right now, Bitcoin is proving the opposite way, and we are getting supported by the lower side of these clouds. Buy orders are getting in, institutions are buying here, and I really think that this could be a local bottom for Bitcoin and one of the last chances to grab up your Bitcoin below the $90,000 here. This is a really good thing. Of course, I'm keeping my eyes on this chart. If we drop further towards the downside, then we will probably end up with more downside here. But for now, there is no reason to think that Bitcoin will break this cloud, because now the support is getting created on the lower side. Buy orders are getting in right now, which is a massive sign for Bitcoin. Then, a really important thing, this weekend we are creating a CME gap, and a CME gap is around the $90,900. So if Bitcoin closes above or below this line, that will mean that we have been creating a CME gap. This weekend has been very slow for Bitcoin, so we are not far from this line. I really think that we might clear this on Monday night, to clear this out and then start the next move towards the upside or either the downside here. Volume is pretty low. Of course, it's Sunday, so please make sure to not trade the market with such a low volume. You can see that there aren't big moves in the market, but price is really choppy, and I think it's better to wait on Monday. And speaking about that, these are my two setups I am trading over on Bitcoin. If you want to trade those limit orders, I literally called it live here in my YouTube daily update video. Please make sure to do so on VX. You can sign up through the link in the description. You will have the best trading circumstances possible. And as you can see right here, we are completely transparent with our positions. The only thing you need to do is put them in VX and print your money and be profitable with the setups I'm sharing you. And you can also join my free Telegram link if you never want to miss a setup ever again in the crypto markets here. If you look at the liquidity, it's really interesting to see, because we pumped today exactly towards this white zone, took out all the liquidity out. But an interesting thing to see right now is that we haven't much liquidity on the top side here, but all the liquidity is laying below here. I really think that there is a really big chance that we will take out easily the $90,000 to clear the liquidity. But also, I've been talking about this liquidity zone a lot. The $86,000 is a really important zone, and I think that there is a chance that we will take out that liquidity as well. If we see so, I will scale into long position, because I really think that is a really good thing in the market. So I wouldn't be surprised a move to take all this liquidity, and don't be stressed if we do so, because this is exactly what Bitcoin tends to do. Take all the liquidity out and then start the next leg towards the upside. So this is what I'm expecting of the liquidity of Bitcoin here. Also, if you look at some on-chain data, we can see that the Coinbase premium just flipped positive, and this is a really important thing. Why? Because this means that US institutions are stepping back into the market. We can see that we were really negative here over the few months, but right now we can see that Bitcoin of the US institutions are buying back Bitcoin again, which is a massive sign, of course. I wouldn't tell you that this is a bearish sign, that we have some positive premiums here on the US institutions. This is a really important thing, and historically speaking, when we see such a negative volume right here and a curse towards the upside into the green, this is a sign that smart money is loading up their Bitcoins, and we tend to see a very big pump towards the upside after. So this is also a sign I couldn't ignore, and I really think that in the upcoming weeks we will see more upside for Bitcoin. That is of course why I am taking these trades towards the upside, because I really think that if we get filled into this limit orders, we will probably see a $100,000 Bitcoin back before Christmas here, and then we can of course trade a really big trade towards the upside, which is massive. That was it for today's video. Please make sure to follow me over on X to never miss something in crypto ever again. Join my free Telegram link, and of course subscribe over on my YouTube channel to never miss a daily update video ever again. Like this daily update video, and I will see you tomorrow by a brand new crypto daily update video.